Okay, yo to the yo. Phew, I made it. Now that I've kind of jumped into EOS, I thought maybe it was important for me to do a little bit of a voiceover on this pair. I think that there's kind of enough critical mass and problems in this particular chart that may act as a good guide, maybe, when you're taking a look at a chart and trying to grapple with, especially moves of where prices degraded and you don't really know exactly what's happened, and how do you remotivate yourself and get in there and do some heavy lifting on what in the world is going on with the chart, so that you might be able to frame another trade plan, another maybe some fresher eyes on a trade that you're still interested in. It could be because you're interested in the fundamentals, the project, the people. Maybe you did well on the upswing and you're just looking for another time to get back in and show who you are in the trade, get involved in the conversation again, and that sort of thing. So there was just enough happening on the EOS chart that maybe this should get inside of the archive. So thought what I would do is I'll be on mute back and forth a little bit so that I can get to the disclaimer and so forth, because I really wasn't expecting actually to go on mic because there's another event going on at Relay's show. But as I was going through the EOS, I realized, oh man, I gotta probably put something in the can here pretty soon here on this pair. So I'll put myself back on mute for just a moment while I get my disclaimer up and so forth and so on. Okay, hold up. All right, let's see if we can make faster action of this. First of all, welcome, not only to my viewers right now, but the replay viewers that will come because they discovered it via the tags. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you very much, or maybe even the title. And the title might seem a little clumsy right now, but it looks beautiful actually over at a channel that I'm going to tell you all about in the description as we move along. But welcome to Cryptocurrency Action. Today's video will be price action on multiple cryptocurrency instruments. You know that I cover a lot more about cryptocurrency, but this particular one will be an audio on, audio off, where you're actually looking at like a method actor in a way. You're actually seeing me build my charts and place my lines and put together my trade thesis for the coming week. This is very traditional work that's done by traders most of the time. They'll set aside some moments in their week where they're focusing on the charts. They'll do some development, as I said, of their chart, not only analysis, but put together their trading plan for the week. Generally, on all of my social channels, I'm known as BeautyBubble, so hi, welcome. And I'm a puree of beauty, technology, financial markets, fashion, and books. You could categorize my outreach as like a lifestyle channel, where for me, if you're trading well, it leads to a better life. In this video, we will showcase price charts through tradingview.com and with a special focus on cryptocurrency charting, as we had said before. And at times, the video may be an audio only, and this is for pause and breaks, and so that I can kind of put together my framework. Also, as I said, I'm being simulcasted on another channel too, and that's kind of why we go back and forth between audio and video, because he has a very vibrant, not only very vibrant audio, very vibrant video frame, but his audio frame tonight is on fleek, as they would say. And so that's why we're being a little sensitive for me not to speak over the activity that's going on over there. But you might actually find me in replay over at Run Really, quite possibly. And so take note of the date. This is August 13th, 2017 at about 10 minutes to 7 New York time. And so that gives you an idea of kind of when the broadcast was done. Alrighty, as far as the value that you would get out of my broadcast on a scale of 1 to 10, I've kind of pre-rated it at a 2. And one reason is that there's no preparation in advance, there's no script written, and also the quality of my production is kind of on the low end because I'm using a laptop, and basically what YouTube, I just upload it to Hangouts, so you're experiencing it at a very kind of low quality from my end. Now really, he does it up, he pumps it up, he makes it all look really a lot nicer than it would be if you were enjoying the content here just raw with me right now. There's no affiliation, for example, with TradingView, which are the charts that you'll be seeing, and none should be implied by reference or tone of my voice or in the editing of the video. Should there be an affiliate relationship, however, where commissions or promotional considerations are made to myself, the creator, or an editor, or a contributor of any kind, you, the viewer, will be made completely aware either in the description below or my voiceover. We'll introduce you to these relationships that we have and the social channels that I frequent and post openly on. And my Bitcoin address. This is very typical of people that are in cryptocurrency, for them to share their Bitcoin address with you. And here is the full financial disclaimer, and I will take a deep breath before I say it. Let us pray. Let us pray. All right, here we go. Please be advised that all content in the charts shown is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading stock, bond, currency, cryptocurrency, commodity, and futures markets can be rewarding, but is also risky. Be aware that you can lose money and in some ways lose more than you have. It can also be profitable, but not without significant risks. You are responsible for your own independent investment transactions. The charts shown are not to serve as an investment advisory service. I highly encourage you to seek professional advice in regard to your own financial decisions. Information you may get from any chart shown and its further discussion in chat rooms, anti-rooms, green rooms, IRC, Reddit, or forums where I may not be in attendance may not reflect my opinions at the time. The charts shown and their content is not a solicitation nor an offer for professional investment advice, nor is it an offer to buy or sell stocks, bonds, currency, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and or futures. And I almost got through it where I can actually put that one in the can, and one day I won't have to say it ever again. Down below, you'll notice that there's more information on, it might not be in this one. It's in the current one. If you scroll down, you'll see some community recommendations that I have, and I'm going to build that out, and that's where you will see Run Really's his link to head on over to his channel, which is, if you can believe it, a 24-hour, 7-day outreach. It is just remarkable. Now, I really gushed all over it earlier today, so I won't do that right now so we can spend more time in the charts, but you definitely scroll down, you'll see his link, head on over there, give a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a wonderful time. It's kind of our, you would call it sort of like a hub of existence right now, and it's just really, really cool. I know he's going to be attracting a lot of um, people that just kind of get it, they kind of get it. They get that, these outreaches are important, and they're just important, and we can still have, fun and have freedom of speech and be ourselves and all of that cool stuff. And he's given me a little box. There's a little box on his feed that are my my YouTube videos. And right now, if he's put me on live, maybe he doesn't have me on audio, but you'll see, Beauty's charts right there. And I am, just overjoyed. And I can't say enough about really what he's trying to do. I completely 100% support this outreach. I have supported outreaches in the past, and the early moments of them are so marvelous. But there's something that he's doing that I've never seen before. There's some sort of magic that he has, and I do believe that it's housed in intention. And so we want to make sure that he gets all the support that he absolutely needs. And the one way that you can do that is, of course, to visit frequently, participate in the chat. YouTube loves that. The thumbs up, all of these things matter, by the way, guys. A thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and chat often, and he'll chat back. And like I said, all of those things really do matter. And to the environment, the environs, and of course, attracting other, as they would call it in the social marketing, other like-minded people. Now, you can have like-minded people for a moment, but people will stay together because they enjoy each other's company. And they enjoy, of course, the host, and that they care about the host. That's what I've learned this week. So definitely, definitely do that. All right, so that's enough of that. This, now we need to change the screen share a little bit, get myself out of here, and we'll scroll back up, and I'll head on over to, what's wrong with you? What do I have going on here? Who's talking to me? You told me testing something won't be long. Solid May was working on Chrome. Okay, I got it, boom. Low. What in the world? Okay. All right, I gotcha. What they don't know is that I speak 5 languages. All righty, there we go on that. Okay, let me make sure that I can get back over. So here we are at the chart. Go ahead and X out because we do have our chat and pop out. And we'll get going on that. Okay. Cool enough. And then the only other thing that I need to do is head over to Really's channel so we can see how things are looking over there. Oh man, there's a lot of things tonight. Gee whiz. Oh, there he is, live right there. Go. Okay, put that on mute. Bum. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, I think oh no, here he goes. There you go. Okay, most excellent. I think we're caught up. Now. Yep. We'll get this over to the EOS chart. See what we're doing. On the count of 3, I'll check your stream, really, and see. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Looking for the EOS chart, really. The EOS chart. Let me check my. Yep, I'm cool there. Yeah, cool. I'll put myself on mute though for just a moment, okay? Okay, I don't doubt that we're going to get very confused tonight, but it's okay. What you are about to see is how I would be looking at the EOS chart, how I am looking at the EOS chart actually. And what we'll do is we'll start off with EOS on the 4-hour, but before I did that, I really had to look at EOS on the daily. Remember, this is a very young trade. It's been around since July 1st. July 1st. And so the first thing that I had to do was kind of have an idea of what was happening on structure here. And the first 50% mark for the free market equilibrium was way up here. So you're going to kind of establish in your mind's eye on price that all this consolidation up in here, this is kind of your A free market equilibrium, your A line. And the first time that the chart experienced a place where it really could, and it could definitely go back here. But as we moved in, of course, because price was right down here, there's a reason that price is down here. And sure enough, we did another Fibonacci and found that here is the 50% line of price right now. So this would be considered for me like free market equilibrium B line. And that's because we can't focus on price up here. We can't make plans on price up here at all because price is what's called, it is really tethered and it's tendered and it's threading, lots of T's. It's tethered and tendered and threaded through this free market equilibrium line here. So that's the daily, if everybody kind of gets that. What I'll do is I will put a picture, and we'll get that over on our chat. And this is EOS. And the first picture will be the daily. Got it? All right, so, but that's not enough for us, right? Because we can't really do quite a lot of things. We'll go into the 4-hour, into the 4-hour, and then now all of a sudden we can see how the free market equilibrium line, because the chart will be magnetic to price. The chart was not about to go up into the ethos. It always wants to come into current price. So this is our B line for the equilibrium, and you can see it fell out of the first equilibrium in a very hard, very dramatic way. But there's still some patterns in here that we might be able to get some information from. We had an apex high here. We had another high here, which we might actually grab so that we can figure out how to tailor a trade that's happening here. So I think what we'll do is we will go ahead and we will put a line right here, right there, even though I do believe that the more important line is over there on the left there. But this is a break potential right here, and that's what we'll just call it. I'm not going to date it either. I don't think we need to. Not just yet anyway. We can always come back to the chart and date it later. And then we'll get a support line there. So this is basically where the chart has been trading from. This is the heel of the entry. So the chart entered the range from the low to the high, and it's been literally, as we said, it's really been threading. And it looks as though potentially that the trade wants to return to the break line here. But we don't know yet. Why don't we know? Because no one knows. Listen, why don't we know? Repeat after me. Why don't we know? Because no one knows what is going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. All we can do is project with information that we have, with a thesis, with any number of, you can do technical analysis, social listening, formal, I'm losing my mind here, fundamental analysis, any insider information. Remember, we're in an unregulated market, so any number of things that you can project what might happen. I have some wonderful stories that part of my myth are the inside information that I have, but it's really based on social listening. You have enough social channels going on, you can get a pretty good idea of the market participants and what they're looking to have happen on EOS. Alrighty, so 4 hour. Still not good enough for me and not good enough for the stream. We're going to get into the 60-minute. This gets a little bit harder, but we can still do it. Squeeze it in over here so we have an idea. There's our breakout potential to the downside. There's our break potential to the upside. Now what we can do, because we have a little bit more information, is we can grab a Fibonacci. It's called a Fibonacci retracement tool. And we're just looking for the halfway point. And we got lucky here because our free market line lines up with the 618. You see this magenta line here? This is basically where price needs to stay and remain if it is going to break up to the upside. If it stays and remains and it gets pressure from the downside, the only place that the trade can go is to what's called retrace. Retrace. So you'll notice that, remember, I don't make the numbers. So that you're seeing really technical analysis right now, kind of right in front of your eyes that, well, how did you do that? Remember, I wanted to have a different number on the left, but I knew that the most recent high there had to work out. So you go high to low. Remember, the free market equilibrium B line came from the daily, and now we're in the 60-minute. We now know that we're having a little difficulty moving up above the halfway point. And if you have difficulty doing that, of course, it's going to be very hard to stay in this range. And look at the rejection that we had of the 618 over here. Just completely fell apart, came to the 382 line. This is very typical of Forex trading. Came to the 382, bounced off, people took advantage of that, but then it reclaimed position again, 382, moving up off of the 382. So we really have to see, is this thing is it behaving and people are counter trending long because the trade is short? They're counter trending long? Is that what's happening? That's possible. And how many candles are they taking long? That's kind of interesting. So they might be counting their candles long before they start selling off. We don't know. I'll be on mute for just a moment. Okay, guys, it looks like I'm having some solar flare activity with my chart, so give me just a little bit to see what's going on over at TradingView. Thanks, guys. What do you think that might be, really? Oh, no. I'm going to come over to your channel, okay? Okay, guys, so this is the deal. TradingView is having an outage. I don't really do very well with this sort of thing. You know, if I know that there's a problem, I just let it resolve itself. I try not to get, too frantic about it. It's an outage. I knew something was up when Ruby wasn't loading. I don't know if you noticed that on the upper left-hand corner, but when we were on EOS, Ruby was not loading. And usually when the Pine editor starts to degrade, their charting engine or their library is getting messed up, or being it probably because price is just so incredibly volatile right now and active. They may very well be just being hit with server stuff, no doubt. But we have some pictures. At least we have the one picture. That's probably as far as I'll be able to go with it tonight. Because it would mean that I would come live like 3 times, and it still, takes a few minutes. It takes about 15 minutes actually to kind of, eventually get live, and then you're still kind of doing your charts too. So what I think we're going to do is I'll still leave my voice open, and I don't know what really is going to do on his end exactly. Trying to think. I could, I mean, a picture isn't really good. You guys really want to see live charts. I think that's basically it. And then Infinite looks like he's doing a really good job on the DJ channel. So I might just close it down. I don't know. See what he wants me to do. Let's see here. On YouTube. On YouTube. YouTube. Chronicles. Oh, that's